So in this video, I'm going to go through something that I have just found out about Apple that is a little disturbing. I've actually got a company and I've got a lot of different Apple computers, and I was in the process of loading a new MacBook Air, and right now we're on my MacBook Pro, and I just want to show that I have the keychain in the iCloud settings, and I've got the keychain option turned off. I don't want my keychain or my passwords uploading to Apple. So what I'm going to do is kind of step through this install. So this is the new MacBook Pro or MacBook Air that I'm installing. So we're just going to skip through the beginning stages for the country and the keyboard. And at this point, I'm setting up the wireless network so that it can get access to download any updates that it needs to. So once we get connected to the wireless network, I'm telling it not to transfer any information because this is a new setup. We're not going to use the location services. It comes up and makes sure that I know what I'm doing. And now I'm going to put in my Apple ID. Now the Apple ID is required because Apple won't let you get any updates or anything else unless you enter the Apple ID, which from a company perspective is a huge pain in the rear end. Because I've got to do this. So I either have to get employees to go create Apple IDs, or I have to use mine on every single account. But it is required, so I'm filling that in. Once we get the Apple ID in and we get to the next step, this is where things get really interesting. So now it has sent, Apple enabled two-factor authentication on my account without me having anything to do with it. I don't even know how you turn it off, but it texted me an ID, and I entered that ID into the screen. Now I am being asked about their agreement, so I'm going in and agreeing to that as if any of us have a choice there. And now I'm setting up my account information. So I'm going in and actually defining what my password is going to be on this machine. And I'm also turning off the allow Apple to update that password. So now we have hit the continue button. So we're going through and waiting on the next step. And this comes up. It's setting up iCloud, and you'll notice down at the bottom there's no options to skip this, and up at the top there's nothing on the page at all about skipping this setup process. And the next step, the final step, is that it actually opens up a screen and asks for the old password. Now this is a little bit different than the original problem. So the original issue was this screen came up and it asked me to enter the old password from my MacBook Pro, which was a completely different computer that has never, it was the one that I showed you the keychain access. It has never been told to upload passwords to Apple. And yet the MacBook Air asked me for the password on my MacBook Pro, and it took it. So it knew what the password was on the computer that I requested to never have my keychain uploaded to the iCloud. So despite me telling it not to upload the keychain, it did upload the keychain, or it has done something else to remember the password on my computer. So Apple does in fact have the password to my computer. And the other interesting note here is the MacBook Air that it's referring to now on this screen is actually the computer that I am reinstalling the OS on. So during the setup process of this computer, it has uploaded the password that I entered on it. It uploaded it to Apple, and it is now asking me to enter it a second time in order to get something unlocked of which I'd never told it to upload. So the process here is extremely misleading. When you're telling it not to upload anything, and in reality, it obviously is uploading your passwords to the Apple systems.